Hey there, codependencies. I know what it feels like. Before you watch this video, make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. Check this out. One of the things that the universe is trying to do is to get you closer and closer to your true essence. Most of us have become what we were conditioned to be as a protective mechanism from our childhood. A way that the universe gets you closer and closer to your essence is by making your false self feel more and more pain and making your true self feel more expansive and better and better. One of the lies that the universe wants you to see is codependency. Codependency is a very painful thing. Codependency is when your whole life you are in a position where you are worried that other people will leave you and you're not enough if anyone does. You're in constant fear, and your only way of seeing yourself is through other people's opinions. And that right there is the fatal flaw of codependency. The flaw of codependency is a false belief. And the false belief is the only way that I'm seen is when someone else sees me. And over and over, we feel abandoned and unseen and scared and feel like the world doesn't like us and we're going to be all alone and we're lonely and we got to fix it by having someone see us. But this unnecessary middleman of someone seeing you is the only way that you're seen is what causes us to be so insane. I've been codependent for many, many years of my life, and I've had to go inward and look at the one that's so scared that people will leave me or hurt me or not like me or not understand me. And it has been my Achilles heel for almost my whole life. And one of the things I've learned, especially from teaching other people, is the number one thing they want is to feel heard. But the lie is the only way they feel heard is if someone else hears them. One of the things that you can do to heal codependency is get present for the energy that's in your body, because the energy in your body believes it's only seen by other people. But what happens when other people see it is you hear what they hear, and then you finally see the thing that you wanted seen. But you don't need that middleman. As we keep doing this work through meditation, listening, and presence, you can start to just directly be the one who hears the one inside who's hurting so much. You can just get present and watch as it starts to reach out for other people and say, I made so many mistakes because those people left me or I did it wrong, and now I need someone new to see me. You can be present for it. It just wants to be heard. The lie is it wants to be heard by other people, but you can now become the space for the pattern, because it's not you, for the pattern to be heard. So every time that energy feels shame, its usual fix is have someone tell you something great or guarantee you that they'll never leave you or whatever else. But if you allow yourself to get present more and more, you'll see that the pattern is just wanting to truly be seen by you. It's an amazing thing because you can just become present and listen. And if you stop right away sharing with everyone all the things that you need them to see and re-energizing this addiction, you can also get really present. This isn't repressing anything. This is actually hearing the energy because it just wants to be heard, but it'll never be fully satisfied if it's heard by someone else. It only wants to be heard by you. It really does. And that's the only way it'll ever heal. When it's heard by someone else and then you hear what they hear, you become more codependent on them because they were the way that you released the pain. But if you allow yourself to get present and just hear it say, I'm feeling lonely, I'm feeling lost, I'm feeling scared, you become the space for it to be heard. Now, the ego has created a thing that goes, so what do I do? Then you ignore what you feel and you come up with an egoic solution that's actually an escape from the feeling. You have to allow the feeling of lonely, scared, unseen, unwanted, unworthy. You have to get present and allow it so that when it says I'm scared, you're just here hearing it. You're not fixing it, because by fixing it, you're implying that scared isn't allowed. But if you instead become present, it'll just say I'm scared and you hear it. And it'll just break away at one point, and some of that fear will leave. Some of the wounded child that needed the parents to see it can finally go because you get to finally become the parent that you never truly had, but always wanted. And then if you don't fix that wound, you want everyone else to become the parents that you never truly had. So can you just become a space to hear me? Because I'm not going to directly hear me. So I'm going to create a codependency on you. So our job is to finally hear what the inner child feels. And you'll know it's the inner child when it only talks in feelings. It doesn't have the reason. When you go to the reason, we leave the feeling and go to the reason. But if you just say, I'm scared, I'm lonely, and then you watch this pattern just say that, and you become present, then the one that feels those things can finally dissolve. And the byproduct is codependency will start to break away because the one that dissolves was the one that's codependent. The good news is it's not you that's codependent. It's the pattern. A childhood you is what's codependent and constantly trying to grab onto mom or dad through other relationships and friendships. Instead, a new thing is trying to birth for codependent people. And that's you finally just hearing it directly. That's actually the only way to heal it. When you tell someone about your problem and they hear it, you might feel temporarily relieved, but you just create new codependency. So the new you is going to get present for what it feels. Not necessarily what caused it and where did this come from and what's the backstory and all those old spiritual tactics that at one point were very helpful, but now are just distracting. Your job is to just become present and hear it. This is why meditating, listening to silence, being in nature, getting away from the phone, which also just feeds the codependency, creates a space. You are the space. You're not the codependent one. You're the space for the codependent one to finally be heard by you. You can dissolve your anxious attachment. You can dissolve your codependency through just hearing it and not responding to it, not taking an action, not reacting to it. If it goes, I feel so needy, and then you grab someone, you just fed it. But if it goes, I feel so needy, and you go, it's okay, then it starts to dissolve. Codependency can be a temporary thing. It just needs to be heard. And it doesn't need to be heard by anyone but you. The true way it'll truly heal is by you becoming a space to hear it. You're more the space than the pattern. The pattern isn't you. It was just conditioned in you and it never got to be released. As you keep listening, you will expand and heal. You will lose patterns of codependency that are not only fed through people, but fed through addictions, fed through food, fed through alcohol, fed through smoking, fed through the screen. New day, new life. You are the presence. And we have to have the courage to become the presence and feel through the neediness and fear and sadness and shame. But by hearing it and allowing it, it'll go. We're only on this planet to learn love. And we've learned to love other people that we align with, but we've never learned to love the dark things, the shame, the fear, the sadness, the pain. And by hearing it, you're seeing it, and seeing it is loving it. Loving it doesn't have to be falling in love thanks to movies and songs. It can also just be now. It can be a space. It can be hearing. You are the space, and life is trying to move you into the space by showing you that your codependency doesn't work anymore. So instead, we move into the space. We merge with source. We become the true essence of what we are, and the codependent you no longer will serve you. It takes courage to do this, and it's a choice. And I dare you to choose it so you don't have to suffer anymore. Find your power. It's in the now. Also, if you're looking for help to start the practice of truly connecting to what's inside to heal that codependency, remember my team and I made a bundle of 5 full-length guided meditations with music and sound bowls and so many other things. The entire bundle of all 5 guided meditations are only $20. Check it out at kylecease.com/meditations and see what starts to heal.